But now once you find some resumes, what goes on then? I mean, so you looked for 50, or you said 50 or 100 is a slow day. Let's say you looked at 200 resumes and you found, I don't know, 20 resumes that are worth investigating further.
Mhm.
What happens then? How do you use those resumes?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna reach out, right? I'm gonna ping you. I'm gonna try to get you on the phone, and have a quick chat, right? Anybody can put anything on paper. Obviously we want you to have a very complete and comprehensive resume that, like Bob alluded to, if it's not there, I can't find it. And if I can't find it, I'm not gonna call you. And the ultimate goal is to find it, to call you. So, especially if you're really actively looking, right? If you're really on that job market, you're in that transition phase and you're trying to get picked up for something somewhere, you got to have it there for me to find it. And once you do, I'll reach out. I'm big on, with my day, I schedule things out a lot, because I know a lot of folks are busy professionals, right? And I want to make sure that we both have time to have a quick chat. But there's times where I'll just reach out real quick, give you a quick call if I have that information available, and leave you a message and say, hey, give me a shout, shoot me a text back when it's a good time to chat, and we'll make sure it happens. And that's really what happens once we identify and it's a fit for you, and it seems like something you want to throw your hat into the ring for. But we get you over to the other side of things and in front of the hiring team, and um, they go about looking over your resume, and if they want to chat, we schedule up an interview. And a lot of times, it's 1 or 2 rounds, and you could be getting an offer pretty quickly depending on the process. I mean, depending on the process. Sometimes
Well,
it
yeah,
takes a little while.
it's something to know. If a sourcer is calling you, like if Rob's calling somebody, like Rob is calling you, that's a really good thing, because Rob's not calling you just to add another, resume into their black hole of an ATS type thing. If the sourcer's calling you, it's because they really have these specific needs, and he's done a lot of work just to get to the point of finding your resume. I mean, you're something, I guess, you're halfway to special already, just by the fact that Rob found your resume that interesting. Because I mean, you're not doing this just for fun and games, right, Rob?
No, no. If I'm reaching out, you know, I kind of I don't like the spray method. So, I'm sending you over. I'm expecting an interview, right? So we're gonna do everything that we can to make sure that happens, because I don't want to waste your time, and it's not worth anybody's if we're not getting to that point. Once you get the interview stage, that ball's in your court, right? You gotta do what you gotta do to make sure that it lines up. And you never know, you might have that conversation, decide, what, this just isn't for me, and there's no harm, no foul. We just keep looking, and we have hundreds of roles, right? So just because that one's not a fit doesn't mean we don't have something else that could be. So, we're always happy to go about that. And at the end of the day, you know, in recruiting, when you've been doing this long enough, you understand you're really a facilitator of conversations. And once you can make that conversation, kind of that virtual handshake happen, and get that ball rolling, you'll have a lot better shot